welcome back to our online learning. Today we're going to be doing part 2 for negative numbers. So yesterday we had a quick recap of what negative numbers were and how they can be used to help us in simple problems. Today your work is going to be doing problems using negative numbers, so I want to model one of the questions that I'm expecting you to do. So let's have a look. It says here, look at the table on the right. What is the difference between the starting and the cooked temperature, firstly, of the chips? So to start with, let's have a look at the table. So we've got different types of foods, and we've got the starting temperature before they're cooked and the temperature after they're cooked. Obviously, we hope and we notice that the cooked temperature is very high. The starting temperature, for some of them, we see the minus sign, so for some of them it's in the negative numbers, and the other foods such as the pork chops, sausages and pizza, they're positive numbers, but they're low positive numbers. Okay, so the difference between the starting and cooked temperature of the chips. If we have a look on this number line here that I've drawn out, the chips were minus 16 degrees Celsius. Once they were cooked, they were 180 degrees Celsius. So, if we've got 0 degrees here, they were at minus 16. So, minus 16, if this is minus 100, minus 16 is going to be pretty close to the 0, because this is minus 100. So, to get from minus 16 to 0, we have to do a jump of 16 degrees. That takes us to 0. We then have to do another jump from 0 all the way up to 180. Roughly here. So we've got another jump of 180. So to work out the answer, we are having to add together the jump of 16, which has taken us from the negative numbers back to 0, so 16, and so plus 180. And that, very simply, is 196 degrees. That is the answer for part 1. Part 2. Which food had the greatest change in temperature? If we look at the foods here, for the biggest change, we're wanting there to basically be the biggest range. So the first thing that I'd be looking for is the number, or the numbers that are lowest in this column, and ideally the ones that are highest in this column. It might be that you've got a number that isn't quite so low in this column, but it's by far the highest in this column. So we just need to have a look. The fish fingers has the lowest temperature here, minus 19 degrees Celsius, and once it's cooked it goes up to 210 degrees Celsius. So this is the lowest number here, and actually if we look at it, it's the highest number here. So on our timeline from minus 19, we've got the biggest jump back up to 0, so that's good, and then we've also got the biggest jump from 0 to above even where our timeline goes. So this one will be the biggest change, because we've got the lowest number here and the highest number here. So that is going to make the biggest change in the temperature of the food. So the answer for that one is going to be the fish fingers. Okay, hopefully that's given you an insight into what you're going to be doing today. I've modelled one of the questions, given you a bit of support. Good luck and enjoy, and hope it all goes okay. And stay tuned for the next video.